episode is brought to you by Raptor Reality. Now I know what you're thinking. Damn, it's good to hear this nigga's voice again, and what the fuck is Raptor Reality? Well, for one, you're welcome. And two, I'll explain. Raptor Reality is similar to Wolfpack mentality in that there is a command hierarchy. Alpha, Beta, Charlie, Delta, etc. And that there is a head leader and a chain of leader followers. And that there's only one dominatrix in the group. Hello, strong, independent women. I'm talking to you. Because I've realized that that is your problem. Y'all want to be alphas in your relationship, but you want your man to be an alpha in the relationship too. I don't know if you know what comes after the letter A, but it's sure as shit not another A. Now, sure, you can be alphas at work, an alpha amongst your friends. Hell, you can be an alpha in the middle of the grocery store if you're a white woman accusing a bunch of black men of theft. Off the topic, but on the topic, Karens are public alphas. Conversation for another time. Regardless, you can be an alpha all you want. But if you want your man to be an alpha, then woman, come home and be a fucking beta. But they can't do that because they don't understand Raptor Reality. Now, why call it Raptor Reality? Remember the first Jurassic World? Remember Blue? Super dope raptor. Had a lot of cool scenes. Was the most memorable dinosaur in that movie. But Blue was a B, and B stood for beta because Chris Pratt was still her alpha. So to all my strong, independent women that want an alpha male, here's your solution. Shut the fuck up and come be the Blue to my Chris Pratt. Now let's start the episode.
Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes.
Welcome to episode 74.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 74 of Ashes of Woes podcast where a bunch of dumbass millennials talk about their dumbest opinions, dumbest perspectives, dumbest mistakes, and their dumbest complaints. I'm your host, Nelson. Thank you for joining me today. God damn it, it's good to be back. It's been so long.
We back, bitch.
Okay, all right. This table's pissing me off. All right. Damn, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
To all my people that missed our Ashes of Woes, I'm so sorry. It's been such a lot of crazy shit going on as of late. I know y'all been peeping the YCC YouTube page, and if you're listening to this only on audio because that's the way you like your platforms, subscribe to the fucking YouTube. But if you subscribe to the YouTube, then you've seen everything else we've been dropping. So we've been dropping the fucking weekly open mics at Chirani's. Today, the date of our recording for this episode of Our Sins and Woes is our grand opening for Limelight Vibes.
Yeah.
And that's going to be another weekly live streamed open mic in Woodbridge. So we've gone from Manassas, open mic, and Chirani's. I mean, that'll still be coming out every Thursday. But now Limelight Vibes will be coming out every Wednesday. And y'all know my plan is to have a fucking show shooting every fucking Monday through Friday. That's the long-term goal. 2020 about to be a crazy year because I got a new podcast coming out in 2023.
I was like,
Top of the year.
2020.
Actually, I have 2 new podcasts coming out.
Ah, nice.
Yep, Rap and Wrestle and Penrose versus Anybody.
Oh, gosh.
Yo.
That's funny.
Yep. So, and like I said, today is the first shooting of our Limelight Vibes, so you'll be able to catch that on YouTube. Open mic out in Woodbridge, out of Clearbrook, Center of Arts. So, show up.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, we've been doing a lot of shit in Manassas and people that's a little distant for people. So now we'll be shooting shit in Woodbridge. And to all the niggas I went to school with, you're welcome.
Yeah. That's
Ungrateful
a fair assessment.
bastards.
That's a fair assessment.
Subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Patreon. For as low as $1, you can get some of the most amazing content from all the podcasts possible under the YCC umbrella. And also, you're going to be pretty pissed because today, shout out to you, Q. Today is the actual day that I will get into 13 Reasons Why, and y'all going to fucking love it. So if you're not a part of the Patreon, you're going to be fucking pissed. So as low as $1, subscribe to the Patreon. Because I'm actually giving the Patreon December free, too. I gave them November free. I'm giving them December free.
Ooh.
So now is the perfect time to subscribe to the Patreon because you'll only have to pay that 1 month for your entry fee, basically.
That's dope.
A little $1, and then you don't have to pay again until January. But January, we're coming with heavy content. So expect to pay. Shout out to the Patreons. Shout out to our Patreon. Shout out to QH, Freak P, Jacoya, J, Billa S, Tyrant Total Dial, Jay Carter, and David B. I don't know how I remember that. Shout out to our lovers of Woes, Dedrick N, and Elliot. So, yeah. That's how much I love y'all. I still remember your names, even though we haven't shot in, 2, 3, almost 4 months?
Yeah.
So sorry. Subscribe to the Patreon. join the Patreon, subscribe to the YouTube, join us on Discord. Exclusive content on Discord too. Sometimes I open up a video chat where I just do editing. So I share my screen, but I also entertain people that are in the. Sometimes I sit down and have conversations with people, and that's free to everybody. Certain content you can only get in the Discord, exclusive to Patreons, but everybody else, yeah. If I open up an editing room on Discord, feel free to join. Follow us on any streaming platform, any audio streaming platform, and come to the website, ycc.com, yccentertainment.com/Absence of Woes or /merch because we have merch. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Yeah, as far as shout outs, that's all I got. As far as subscriptions, that's all I got. Let me go ahead and introduce my guest for today. Y'all know this nigga. Y'all seen him here many a times.
The original.
I mean, J. Pat was the original.
I mean, but like I helped start this thing, so technically I am the original. Say I'm wrong. Say I'm wrong.
I just want to point out that Eric hasn't been here because Black Magic Design replaced him.
That's fine. That is absolutely fine.
But our day one of the starting fronts for what Our Sins and Woes and YCC became to be, Eroc of 795 Production.
What's goody?
Is here.
Yeah.
How's 795 treat you?
Man, we got some shit coming down the pipeline. No pun intended, but like.
What?
Shit, pipeline.
Oh, the booty canal. Chitlins.
Anyways. First off, if you eat chitlins, you are a dirty ass motherfucker.
Don't do that. My stepdad's from the South.
What that got to do with eating chitlins, though?
They like chitlins out there.
You can elevate your palate.
Okay. Yeah, you foul.
Both of my parents are from the South.
They don't eat chitlins?
My mom does. I'm like, you're disgusting for that.
Jesus.
I love you, Mom, but come on now. Do better. As I say that while I eat bacon. But anyways, that's a different time for a different subject for a different day.
I'm here for it.
But yeah, nah. Yeah, we got some shit coming out. I'm producing a podcast starting next year. Launching our website starting next year too. So yeah, just been trying to get some shit up under our feet before, we go into 2023.
Shout out to 2023. 2023 is about to be a fucking crazy year.
Hell yeah.
I know you see it from YCC. We've been building and we've been doing a lot of shit. Shout out to fucking Clear, bro.
Yeah, big shout out.
Like I said, we'll have 2 new podcasts starting out the top of the year under the YCC umbrella. Limelight Vibes is here. Geronimo's been kicking ass all fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tunes and Tantrums have been off the market for a little. They're getting this shit together. They'll be back. I promise you that. Sticks is recording after this. Blur Watch just recorded. Protest and Riot just recorded. We're out here. We're back.
Yeah.
Guess let's go ahead and get into this shit.
Yeah.
Sin of the day?
Let's get into it.
Sin of the day. I had a coworker that I had to call regular.
Why?
So I had to remind her.
Oh, it's a her. Okay.
Yeah. And it's even worse because it's a her. Let me get back into my mood there.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know why you have your shoes on.
Oh yeah, we back, bitches. I had to call her regular because it was like we got into an argument about something, and she basically called me an attention whore, and she was trying to tell everybody to ignore me.
You are in a little bit.
Okay. She was trying to tell everybody to ignore me because she was like, yo, you're such a fucking attention whore. You just want attention. I'm like, bruh, they asked me my opinion on this. Why am I being the attention whore in this situation? And then, like, another situation happened where she was basically, like, making a fucking scene because I was having a conversation with somebody that brought something to my attention.
Right.
So she starts doing the shit in Spanish. You know,
oh,
people.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Julios. Fuck. Cancel button.
Warning. Cancel culture is imminent.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. I miss that sound.
No, but really, I love my Julios. And so she started doing the shit in Spanish and shit, and I just had to flip out and was like, bruh, you're just mad because you're a regular bitch. You envy what I am. You envy the fact that I can sit here and have fucking conversations about any fucking thing and steal the room because you're a regular bitch. You hate the fact that you're a regular bitch. That's why when we make general statements, you be like, don't loop me in with them because you want to be different. But you be
Right.
doing the same regular fucking shit that everybody else does. You're a regular fucking female and you hate that about yourself because you want to stand out. But guess what? You're just unfucking interesting. So now you're mad at me because I'm calling you out about being the regular fucking female that you are. You're a regular bitch. There's nothing that stands out about you and you hate that about yourself. You hate the fact that you don't have any fucking qualities or traits that make you stand out above anybody else. You are but a fucking shadow to everybody else in this fucking room, and you hate that about yourself, and now you're lashing out at me about it.
You want to know something true and funny about that? Those same women that say that are like the regular joints, they are the pick-me's and the city girls of the world. Because they claim that they're different. They claim that there's a claim that they're all loud.
But you need
and
to make the
brash.
stallion to come out to to find your identity.
Wow. I wouldn't say all that, but like,
I mean, that's what it is.
yeah, yeah.
A lot of these bitches need to make the stallion and Cardi B and Summer Walker to establish their identity in life.
Yeah. And another thing, I'm glad that the City Girls movement is coming to an end because it's just like, ugh. That's my ick.
Is it?
A City Girl, yes.
I'll argue that. I don't think the city girl movement is coming because we're still in the feminazi era. Shout out to the Equal Plus Club if you know you know. But the feminazis are still out here fucking booming. These females that is like I don't want. First of all, women's ability to understand. Sorry, certain bitches' ability to understand how money works is fucking crazy. So when
What
I
do you
hear
mean?
women say like, "My man can't make $100K," bitch, you make 35.
And they're looking for a father or a sponsor, not a boyfriend. They're looking for a daycare. I'll show you a daycare.
I'll show you a
alright.
daycare. Stop shooting these kids to the back of your throat, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that part. That part.
Bro, baby.
795 Productions LLC does not reflect all the opinions of Airwells.
Fuck that. Our Sins and Woes and YCC Entertainment stands for everything that came out of my fucking mouth. You got a problem? Shoot me an email at yccentertainmentnetwork@gmail.com.
I'm glad it's that because normally it used to be my email. Jesus.
Shit. Yeah, I did use that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'd usually say send your complaints to 795. YCC does not stand for that. But yeah, no. I'm shooting these kids to the back of your throat. And you're going to learn what the fuck a daycare is because I'm not here to provide. I will not be your beta provider, bitch. But you can be mine.
Wow. True. Nah, that's facts.
Right, that's some funny shit I be doing at work. I be I don't know why this tape was so fucking wobbly.
Oh no.
Stupid. Anyways, I be doing that at work when I be getting into dumbass conversations. I be sitting there and I'll kick my feet up on the table and I'll put my hands together like this, like fucking Shikamaru from Naruto for all of you people that are audio only, and I'll be like, as an alpha male. And that's when you know I'm getting into straight troll mode.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is I'll do it so convincingly, I'll be 100% behind it, that I'm actually convincing myself of the bullshit that I'm making the argument for.
That tends to happen a lot.
We had the argument about Andrew Tate saying that when he went on that dating show with that fine-ass fucking woman from England, and he was basically like 99% of the world's problems would be solved if women had their body count on their forehead.
Wow.
And so I was explaining that to this guy, and he was like, "We don't care about that." And I was like, "No, men do care about that."
Certain men
and that's
do.
why men do care about that.
Yeah.
So I made the argument, and I was like, "Nah, I think that would solve 99% of men's problem because if you walked around with your body count, men would understand what's worth conquering and what's not worth conquering. That's men's problem because we're naturally conquerors.
Yeah.
Men in society as humankind." Men are naturally conquerors. It's about taking territory and accumulating as most. But if you have it displayed that somebody's already conquered that 16 times, the fuck do I want that land for?
I don't know. Some men still like a challenge.
But then you think about the fact that women outnumber men. Yeah. Everybody's looking for somebody who has the lowest body count. So then even if she's bad, if her body count on her forehead says 54,
Yikes.
you're not fucking her because you know there's another zero out there.
I follow this one joint on Twitter. She has her body count listed in her Twitter name. She's up to like 80 bodies. And she's 26, 27, 25, one of them.
If I do the math on that.
Yeah.
That bitch has been getting paid every pay period since she was 16. Every 2 weeks, a new nigga.
Sometimes.
What is it, 26 pay periods in a year?
Yeah.
So if your body count is up to, okay, maybe she's staying like every 3 weeks.
Sometimes.
I don't know if that's better, but.
Sometimes she'll have like 3 in a night or 2 in a night.
We're looking at averages here. Her average has got to be from, if she started fucking when she was 18, which is unrealistic.
That might be her average.
Which is unrealistic. If she started fucking when she was 18, by 26, you're talking 8 years, her body count is probably every 3 to 4 weeks. A new nigga. On average.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
But I mean, if you go 2 months celibate and then you fuck 3 niggas, like, first of all, what's the point of you going celibate? But like, secondly,
To regret that last body that she did. That's why women go celibate.
bruh, bitches write that shit off. Bitches would just be forgetting that they fuck niggas that they don't want to remember that they fucked.
That's true.
I can't get behind it. But yes.
Can you get in front of it?
Yeah, I can definitely get behind it. Shout out to my exes.
That's one. Let's see if he'll remember the rest of them. Let's see.
I'm sure I can make them play a factor.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, that was my sin of the day. It's calling your coworker regular, because women hate being called regular because they all think they stand out and all they do is the same regular shit as every other fucking female. A lot of you women don't have any fucking ingenuity, original creativity, and sense of self-worth.
Wow. Wow. That's.
I'm kidding. Not a lot of you women. A decent amount, enough for me to pull content from. You know how I am. So that's my sin of the day of the week, is calling out the reality that a lot of you women are fucking regular shit. Woe of the week?
Let's get into it.
My woe of the week, and I've been arguing this for quite some time now, is that I'm convinced, because you know women always say, all niggas do is lie. I think I'm at the point where I'm convinced that niggas don't lie. Women just don't match what a man is saying with their self-confidence.
What do you mean?
In the sense of, a man will tell you, because I've always argued, if you're new to this is fucking crazy, but hear me when I say this. 5 out of 5 does not exist. Only certain fairy tale living women believe that 5 out of 5 exists.
Yeah.
So a man who understands that a 5 out of 5 does not exist, because we don't want to build a bear bitch, and even if she's a builder bear bitch, that means we took her at a 2 and we're trying to make her at least a 3. But
Yeah.
women believe 5 out of 5 exists. That's why when a man does one thing wrong, they'll go outside of their marriage to go find somebody that does one thing right. A man usually goes outside of his marriage to find a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
So with that being said, most women believe 5 out of 5 exists. Most men understand that 5 out of 5 do not exist. Most men, what is a man's duty but to sacrifice and settle? Give up enough shit while settling for what we know is enough for us.
Yeah.
Men believe in 3 out of 5s. 60% is enough for a man. If I say that you're the most beautiful woman in the world, most of the time a man means that.
Yeah.
He's saying that from a genuine place. He's saying that in the sense of, no, you legitimately are the most beautiful woman to me.
Yeah.
Even when the who was it, a basketball player or a football player that came out and said, he made a post about his wife, and he was like, she may not be the most beautiful woman in the world, but she's the most beautiful woman.
That was just
Twitter fucking dragged him.
That was just a regular nigga.
It was?
Yeah.
I feel like they were very popular. Why was the news talking about that?
Because it went super mega viral. That's why. She was like, yeah, she's cute, but she's not the cutest in the world, but she's the cutest to me. And women were like, why is she settling for that?
Yeah. Like, they treated it like it was a disrespectful manner, but men do that all the time, where it's like, we understand that you're not the most beautiful person in the world. We understand what a bad bitch looks like.
Yeah.
But I don't want to date a bad bitch.
He was speaking logically while women
Shout
were
out to fucking Catching Some Z's podcast, but I keep telling y'all, just because I like these Instagram pictures doesn't mean I like that bitch.
Wow. Anyways, he was saying it logically, but women took it emotionally.
I think he was saying it emotionally.
I mean, if you're saying granted, you're not the most beautiful person in the world, but you're beautiful to me, that's logically speaking, not
But that's
emotionally.
I agree with what you're saying, but I will argue that it's from a man's emotions.
Yeah.
So yes, for dumb people, yes, he was
Yes.
speaking logically,
Yeah.
and she was speaking emotionally. But for people that understand both sides, yes, I think that was coming from his point of emotion. But they dragged him for saying that. But that's how men work. Men are if you're 60% to me, that's good enough for me. That's the most perfect thing I can ask for.
Exactly.
60% is perfect.
Because women gonna take half in the divorce anyways.
Jesus fucking shit. Leave me with 10. But 60% is perfect to a
that.
man. So if a man tells a woman, you're the most beautiful thing to me, she's not going to listen to what he said.
Right.
She's going to match it against her self-confidence. Well, I don't think I'm the most beautiful person in the world. I don't even think he sees me as the most beautiful person in the world. Therefore, what he's saying is a lie. Therefore, niggas lie. And it's like, bitch, how did you get to that conclusion? How did you get there in that? Men will say everything. I will sacrifice everything for you. Well, no nigga would sacrifice anything for me because look at me. You're the type of person I am. It's like, bitch, I just told you I would sacrifice anything for you.
Women can go bungee jumping off of their own emotions and using that as their own cord to spring back up. Because they have so much of
Wait, the rope and the platform are their emotions?
Yes.
They're jumping off their emotions and being brought back by their emotions?
Yes.
And sometimes their emotion snaps and it dies?
Yes. Yes. Because literally what you just said, a nigga could be telling the truth. They would jump to their own conclusions and fall to their death. Why do y'all do that? Help me understand. We're literally telling you, you are the most beautiful person.
Jumping off your emotions and letting your emotions snap and kill you is crazy.
And yet women do it on a daily basis. Why?
That was a crazy image to paint, and I'm not even mad at it, Eric. That was good.
Oh yeah, no, I told you I'm starting a podcast in 2023, so I've definitely been in my bag. Like I've had a lot of shit to say, just not a platform to say it. But yeah,
Emotional bungee jumping is crazy.
that's literally what they do with their emotions all day, every day.
Oh, 100%.
You can literally text them, "Oh hey, how's your day going?" It's going good. 10 minutes later, how's your day going? This rude bitch looked at me weird. Were you sure she was looking at you? I'm not really sure, but I can tell that bitch was looking at me.
Bruh,
How do you
women think
know?
they're the ultimate mind readers, but they all they ever ask for. See, this is why I love women. Y'all know that, but you'll be pissing me off because you'll naturally do dumb shit. Also, shout out.
That's their
Brittany Renner.
job to piss men off sometimes.
Also, shout out Brittany Renner. But did you see that commercial? The Twitter commercial, the Castle commercial, the Crystal commercial.
Oh yeah,
And she's
she's a marketing genius. Yes.
If you haven't seen the Crystal Brittany Renner commercial, look it up right now.
2 Chainz is actually the he's like the overseer of their promotion team.
2 Chainz?
Yes. He actually has a brilliant business mindset, actually.
All I want for my birthday is a big booty.
Bro, I went to Rolling Loud in the summertime and I saw her twerking to that song. I said, oh my gosh.
You know what you didn't see her doing to that song? Get a fucking degree. Shut up, Brittany Renner.
Oh gosh, that's wow.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, nah, it feels great to be back.
Shit. I mean, that's what the day and age of women are now. I'm talking about getting fucking degrees. Because, I love more cum rags in the house. So, yeah, bring that degree through. Anyway.
Wow. Hit the cancel button.
Hit the fucking cancel button.
Warning. Cancel culture is imminent.
Also, shout out to my exes. Shit.
Wow.
That's my woe of the week, is that I genuinely don't think that women believe men because they have their own personal insecurities. And insecurities are fine. I understand insecurities. I always talk about it all the time. I hate the fucking sound of my voice. I be editing these fucking podcast episodes and I'm like, yo, I sound like a cold bitch.
Yeah.
But that's not like my one insecurity that's why I hate when people mock me. Like when they try to laugh like I laugh.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, bro, I have like 16 different fucking laughs.
Nah, honestly.
Like, which one are you laughing at? I had my conniving laugh. I had my like, yo, that shit was funny, like laugh. I had my, hey, yo, laugh. I had my like, that was good. Like laugh. Like that part.
Yeah.
But I have all those laughs.
Exactly.
So it's annoying when people try to mock my voice, unless you're a fucking imitator, suck my dick. But I understand insecurities, full circle. But the fact that y'all let it run your lives and loop y'all down a fucking unnecessary hole of now everybody else is lying to me because I don't believe that about myself, therefore it must not be true, is crazy to me.
Because they lie to themselves every single day.
Does this dress make my butt look small?
Do you want it to make your butt look small?
That goes back to when Q came on the episode in 63, 64, I don't remember.
One of
he
them.
was like, women want to believe the lie,
Yeah.
but they don't want to know they're being lied to. They want the lie, but they don't know the lie is real.
Okay, I'll pull a whole Truman Show on your ass. Make it look like we're living in this lavish, this broke down house or whatever. You could, and then come to find out, oh no, you just been in the basement of this lavish mansion that's
But
like
see, in
5,000 square feet.
In that aspect, though, women will then blame the nigga for the trap that they fell for because they'll sit there and say, like, I fell for his lies and stuff. It's like, no, bitch, that was his truth.
Yeah.
You're just being stupid. Like, that was always his truth. You sure he was that nigga? Goes back to my fucking same argument that I always have. You women think that this nigga's gonna change for you because a lot of you women think that a man's love for you is based off his ability to change. And here's the difference between men and women. Shout out Q, you know what I'm talking about. But a man's relationship future is based off your ability to stay consistent.
Mm-hmm.
When a woman's relationship future is based off your ability to change.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Why would I want you to be different than the person that I fell in love with?
I mean, yeah, I get that, but still, like, people still do change over time, and then once they do eventually, like, change, they're like, oh, you're not the person that I met and that I married and everything like that. I'm like, okay, do you think I'm just, like, supposed to fucking stay the same throughout my whole fucking life? Then that would be stagnant.
But that's different because men normally don't change. Men never try to be consistent, but the difference is men put on facades.
I don't.
Regardless, men put on facades.
Yeah.
And they'll try to, like, you know, they're the pursuers.
Mm-hmm.
So they do act a certain way in a certain aspect where, yeah, I'll show you all these great things about me, but once you start getting into my space, you start getting comfortable, you're going to see the same things my mother saw, my friends see, my father saw, all that shit. Not my father, because shout out my non-existent biological father. That's 3.
Yeah. I knew it was coming.
Shout out my non-existent biological father. Fuck you, nigga. I don't like you. That was crazy timing right there.
Nah, okay, that's the reason why I was laughing. Not because of that. Because W just walked
Crazy
in.
timing.
That was funny.
Shout out V20 Records. But yeah, that's my woe of the week.
I always forget we always take extra long on those two things.
Bruh, it's hey, give them 10 minutes of content on every topic. That's all I'm.
Nah, for real, that's facts.
You hit me with a very good topic. I can't remember the top of my head. Overuse of the mental health word.
I saw this on TikTok and I was like, yes, I 1,000% agree with this shit.
You know what's crazy about a lot of the mental health words that get thrown around? People will say
they don't know the meaning of it, like the actual meaning. They're just like, oh yeah, trauma this, trauma that. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Trauma is one thing. You can't be medically diagnosed with trauma, but you can be medically diagnosed. You are medically diagnosed with anxiety. You are medically diagnosed with depression.
Yes, but in the way that people are using it nowadays, they're like, oh yeah, I have
Trauma's fine though. Trauma is fine. When people say my trauma creates my depression, it's like, well, have you been diagnosed with that?
They could be traumatized over the slightest thing. Oh, a leaf fell.
Trauma works. Trauma's not a medical diagnosis.
I know, but they overuse it, so it's just like,
no, I don't think they overuse trauma. I think they overuse depression, anxiety, PTSD. Oh my fucking God! As a military person, I'm tired of hearing about other people say,
Yeah.
I have PTSD.
yeah.
Like it's post-traumatic stress syndrome. It's something you have to be. It's a medical diagnosis. Anxiety is a medical diagnosis.
Yeah.
Depression is a medical diagnosis. Trauma's fine. I love them to have trauma. I'll argue their point for trauma
Okay.
or a traumatic experience. It's not medically diagnosed, but anxiety, depression, PTSD, those are medical diagnoses. That's why there's levels to it. Low depression, severe, mild depression, severe depression. There's levels to that shit.
Yeah.
What are
Like-
you saying, right?
I said severe depression.
Like, I can say, like, I've experienced all that shit, but I'm not going to self-diagnose myself.
That's what they're doing, because shout out WebMD has all the fucking answers.
You have depression? Oh.
These motherfuckers be saying I got COVID-19 and the whole time it be like excessive flatulence.
Or you're going to die soon. It always ends with you're going to die. Like, why? Why does it always end with you're going to die?
Yo, WebMD will tell you that a mole will turn into a zombie in 5 years if you look too hard.
No, for real though. I've never been on WebMD, but the shit the stories that I hear, I'm just like, why do you do that to yourself?
Bruh.
Like, why?
Yeah, shout out fucking WebMD. That shit be the dumbest shit on the fucking planet.
Honestly.
And it's funny because it'll piss people off. And coming from a place of aircraft maintenance, like, it's like when the pilot tries to tell you what's wrong with the airplane. It's like, oh, so you're a fucking mechanic now, right? Your job isn't to sit in the fucking seat and fly the fucking airplane.
Unless they have like a background in mechanics.
And that's one thing. Yeah. That's different. Yeah. If you used to be a doctor and now you're a TV show host, because that's the thing. I had to think of a realistic conversion. So if you used to be a doctor and now you're a TV host and you make a statement about doctoring, I'll let you have that. Yeah. But if your background is fucking basket weaving and now you're on WMD and you think you're a specialist on fucking PTSD, suck my dick. But I don't think they overuse trauma. I do think they use the diagnosis, though. Mm-hmm. Trauma is more of a situation that leads to diagnosis. But yeah, for people that self-diagnose that, you motherfuckers. For all you motherfuckers, because, okay, so look.
Take your time.
I got a decent amount of weed smokers in here.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to try to defend themselves, and I'm going to tell them, suck my dick, it's my show.
Wait.
Shut up. Suck my dick, it's my show. So, first of all, a lot of you people know, I've said it many times on this podcast, to the front line of the company, I do a lot of door dashing just to make some money on the back end. And I'm tired of running into these fast food restaurants. And I can visually tell, because I'm not a fucking idiot, I can visually tell when you're high at work. And I'm sorry, there's certain places you should not be high at. Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, any fast food restaurant, don't be high at. Just quit. You'd be doing me a favor. Because the way you motherfuckers move, actually, if you're high, spam call. If you're high, don't work at a fast food restaurant. Actually, don't work in the service industry at all. Case in point, just don't work in the service industry. If you're high and you don't understand how to control your high and you think you're more interesting when you're high, don't be a podcast host. Don't be a TV show host. Don't talk to people, actually. Certain rules need to come with certain motherfuckers that are high, and you guys think y'all are so much more interesting and so much more efficient and so much more better. And as a drinker, I don't smoke. As a drinker, I know I'm efficient when I'm drinking. Because I meter how much work I get accomplished when I'm drinking, as opposed to how much.
Y'all see the bias, though? I'm just saying.
But no.
I'm fine. Don't do that.
But I give
no, trust me. I'm gonna let him get his shit off because I got something for you.
I give credit to people that I know there are people that can focus on work when they're high. Yeah. I don't knock that. It's the people that think they are better and they're really not. Like, I can visually see you suck at this part of the job because of the weed.
This is true.
Like I said, the people that think they're more interesting and then they be like, oh, shit. Oh. Remember when we went to Washington? Remember Dell? Yeah. I rest my case.
But see, this is my thing, right?
Oh, it's the weed you smoke. You gotta be on that indica, not the sativa. You gotta be on the sativa. You gotta be on the Reggie Bush, not the mids. Fuck y'all. Like, go ahead. What's your argument?
But nah,
feed me that bullshit.
My argument is that like I can zone in and out of me being high. Like I've done this show high multiple times, and I've been better for it if I say so myself. Maybe, I don't know. There was that one time when I hit that pen, I was completely fried. That was a bad idea. I shouldn't have hit her pen. I was like, yikes, I am too zooted for this. But I can drive high. I can do things. I can function high as hell. I can just zone in and out of it.
Yeah, but I can do a lot of fucking podcast editing when I'm drunk, but I can't drive when I'm drunk.
Well, that's the difference between smoking and drinking.
Yeah, you can drive while high as fuck.
Yeah.
I do all the time.
Right. It's like a new normal.
I get there's some people who can't function when they're high.
Yeah.
But just like how you have high functioning alcoholics, I'm a high functioning.
But see, but the
Exactly.
argument, and I understand what you're saying, but in the argument that I'm making is, you may be able to function on certain things.
I can
But,
function
like-
on everything, actually.
Okay.
You may be able to function on certain things.
I can't function on everything.
That's what I'm
But I
saying.
can function
You
on
can't.
weed
You don't
and
like
alcohol.
weed. Doesn't just throw your fucking ability to do everything in the world like you're like it's your super fucking power. And people think that they think they do everything better in life. They think they manage their emotions. They work better. They conversate better. They do all these fucking things. I promise you, half of the things that you think weed does for you probably do happen. You probably get better at half the things that you do. I promise you get worse at the other half.
I was
If your
smoking a minute.
conversation skills, I mean, if your work ethic gets better, your driving probably goes to shit. If your people skills get better, if your ability to get people to talk get better, then maybe your ability to do it gets worse. Like do personal shit.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a balance. It's literally like drinking. I know I work better when I drink. I know I work better at podcast editing because when I get drunk, I get like
Zoned
focused.
in.
I get zoned in.
Yeah.
So, but I know like I can't fix an airplane drunk. I can fix an airplane when I'm drunk. I'm just saying I work better sober at fixing an airplane.
And
Not that I've
otherwise-
ever fixed an airplane while drunk.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm using that as an example.
Yeah.
Cancel button.
Cancel culture is
I'm
imminent.
like, I'm just
I've
gonna.
never fixed an airplane while drunk.
But yes, those highly technical jobs, you should be sober. If you're flying a plane, you should be high or drunk. If you're working on an aircraft, because there's lots of lives on the line.
Correct.
If you
Exactly.
frying up some French fries, though.
No, you letting the fast food workers
Fair
get away.
point.
And bruh, listen,
fair
at a high plate, like you're talking about McDonald's on a Friday fucking night, or fuck that, midnight. In this area where everything
this
closes
area.
at midnight, in this area, you cannot be high working at fucking McDonald's because you know the entire bar is coming through your goddamn restaurant.
Yeah.
And you niggas is over here like,
Yeah.
But see, they're not high on weed. They're high on other shit. That's the thing.
oh, these niggas is heroin addicts.
I wouldn't say yes, but I'm not saying no. I'm saying like they're high on pills and shit, which make them move super duper slow.
When did that make that change?
What?
Maybe it's because we got older.
It's a different generation.
I don't think that. I think it's people our age though. Like, weed was a very common thing growing up for me.
Yeah.
Drinking was a very common thing growing up for me. I
course.
drink recreationally all the time. Sometimes I have to drink professionally just to rub elbows.
Prime example.
This is coffee.
Yeah, okay. If I put a camera to his left side right here,
That's crazy. You snitching. Shut up.
I was proving a point. I'm
You
not
dry
snitching.
snitching. Edit.
We don't edit shit around here. What the fuck you talking about?
Fuck, we don't edit shit around here.
Not at all.
But what was it saying?
When did the switch happen?
This so like I didn't notice that like coke is a heavy thing, especially in this area. I never saw
Yeah.
coke before I left. Before I left this area for the military.
Between DC and New York, this is the coke capital of America.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
The coke capital of America is
Rich people
wild.
live out here, and that's what they do.
But see, I never saw that before I left, and then
That's
even when I
because-
was younger, like when I first got out to Washington, I never saw it. Like, yeah, I think like even in my first couple of years, my first 4 or 5 years in Washington, like I never really saw it, and then I started going into like, I think when I hit like 26, that's when coke became more common.
Because people have money for it. Coke is expensive.
It is. That's why rich people do it.
Acid is not, but Coke is.
It's cheap.
I had people doing, like when I was in high school, people would drop tabs before like
even Zans aren't that
classes.
expensive, but coke.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is then.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that don't start stepping into money till like 24, 25 anyway.
Yeah.
That's why
Huh.
rich white kids be doing they Sunday lines of coke, and because they all live around DC and New York, that's why it's out here prevalent.
God,
That's
Finance
crazy.
and-
I've been hanging around broke niggas the whole first half of my 20s.
Yeah. Bro, let's not talk about the club scene in DC. Because as soon as you go to like a club in DC, oh, it's
But
prevalent.
see,
in
when I
there.
hit that 25 age, that's when I stopped going to fucking clubs. I was tired of fucking clubs. Like I used to love going to the park. I can't tell you, I haven't been to the park since I was 28.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's been about 4 years since I've even been to DC to go clubbing.
Yeah. But then it's like this generation
The
now
park
too.
at 14?
Hmm?
The park at 14?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I haven't been there in years, but
Very
it's
cute spot.
well because shout out Q, but my best friend used to always like that was our place. Every time I would come home on vacation, when I was stationed outside of Virginia, when I would come home on vacation, we would always try to make one day to go up there. So, but I haven't been there in years because I don't like DC now that I live back here.
Well, DC's changed too, so
Yeah, it's
I bet the parking is still expensive.
The park is
the parking doesn't make any fucking sense.
Okay, so suck my dick. I'm not going to
parking's
DC.
so expensive.
So suck my dick. I'm not going to DC.
There's no shortage.
I only go to DC for like the games now. Other than that, I'm down here.
Well, I host too many. I produce, not host. W's my host. I produce too much shit in Northern Virginia that I'm trying to help create a space where people don't have to go to DC anymore. You're welcome.
Yeah, nah, that's facts. That's facts.
Out of the kindness of
Out of the kindness of my heart.
And the money in his pockets.
And the money in my pocket. There ain't no bullshit. I went to Home Depot today. I only bought 5 things. I was like, $48? Where's my... Can you put my discount on?
Nah, for real.
$1.45 up. Yeah, you don't get off on wood. What the fuck? What do you mean I don't get military discount on wood? Yeah, they only took off for your screws. Fuck you, bitch. I was at Home Depot about to make a scene because you don't get no signal in there either, so I had to wait for the app to load up the military discount and shit.
That's why it was taking me forever to hit you back looking for those fucking brackets too.
Fair. Yeah,
I was
no,
like-
there's no signal in the fucking home stores.
Yeah. Why is that?
I think they're doing that on purpose these days. I literally, conspiracy alert. Fuck, I need a conspiracy button.
Should have been had that for real.
Yeah, Truth and Tension been asking for it for a while. We're fixing those though.
Yeah.
All this stuff is coming with the new place where we're working on getting everybody their set of buttons because Blur Watch wants a. It's called the Midwest because everything there is mid.
I'm too familiar.
So when they describe movies and shit, they want a mid button.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But I think they are purposely doing that because I don't know if you noticed, but if you walk into places like Home Depot, you walk into bathrooms, you could be in McDonald's and have a perfect signal. The moment you walk into a bathroom, your signal just drops. And I think they're purposely doing that to keep people from sitting on TikTok while they're on the toilet. Hot take.
Okay, see, I was not expecting you to go there with that.
Yes,
that took a left.
because what happens is people spend too
Completely
much
took a
time.
left.
You know how the rabbit hole works. You know when you're at home and you get on the shitter, what are you always doing on the shitter?
True shit.
Scrolling through your fucking phone.
Yeah.
So I think they're purposely putting jammers, conspiracy. I think they're purposely putting jammers inside of every bathroom in America to keep people from spending too much time sitting on the shitter.
Actually,
Well, there's gaps to keep people from living in the bathroom, so plausible.
Yeah.
That's why the bathroom thing has gaps.
You heard it here first. Shit at home and only at home.
Nah, that should just be from like a hygienic standpoint.
That too.
Because like these bathrooms don't be clean at all. Like you're nasty. Especially if you're like raw dogging a toilet seat, you're just sitting there bare ass, like no toilet covering on it at all.
Hot take.
You're a dirty bitch.
Hot take. I'm a dirty bitch.
And bitch is intergender, so don't take offense to it.
Bro, you're already at my ass. At that point, it's like, you're not going to get dirtier than that. What are you putting on the rim of my butt? Where I have to worry about putting the seat down. I'm a dirty bitch. I give the toilet seat a wipe down.
I was about to say something, but I'm not about to out myself.
Look, I give that toilet seat one wipe down. And then I just be like, fuck it, I'm sitting on this bitch today.
This nigga.
I've already lost
swirling.
all self-respect by shitting in a public place. So at that point, take it. You have all my self-respect.
I mean, honestly, if you only shit in a public place when you actually like need to, and this
That's
is like
not true, 'cause
it's like a
I-
life or death situation.
That's not true. I have a ritual here. I can't walk into this place without shitting as soon as I walk in.
I mean, this is your place though. This
Yes
is
and no.
like this is like now one of your homes. So I mean, like you make yourself at home.
John, you heard it here first.
Like
I might be marking my territory.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's marking his territory. That's exactly what he's doing.
I never thought about that because at work, I go into work every morning and I take a shit.
Because you feel at home there. You only shit at places you feel at home and the most comfortable. Because that is where you're most vulnerable.
Wawa.
It is.
But I only shit at Wawa. I won't shit at any other gas station. I won't shit at any other fast food restaurant. I'll shit at a Wawa though.
How many times do you frequent a Wawa?
20 construction.
Okay, wait. Frequent a Wawa or shit at a Wawa?
Shitting and frequent are the same thing.
No, they're not.
Because, I mean, you're going there to shit, so it's a frequent
No,
thing.
I go to Wawa to get things.
I mean, if you're going there to shit, you're going there frequently. So either way, it's...
Okay, so I'll probably shit at a Wawa once a week.
Once a week?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Yo,
But you...
2 times a year.
But I mean, like, if you're frequenting that
Yo,
Wawa...
how the tables have turned on this content. I don't even remember what we originally started talking about, but right now, this is the part where we're at shitting at Wawa.
Yeah.
Shout out to the chapter selects.
Bro, I still have yet to do that for, like, any of my YouTube shit.
I stopped doing that a long time ago. It was a lot of work to keep up with. Is doing chapter selects.
I didn't
Because
do
the conversations make so many turns. So like I said, this was the part where we started talking about shitting at Wawa.
Yeah.
It's like,
But I mean, like, if you frequent that Wawa, though, like, if you go in there on a regular basis...
I'll shit at any Wawa.
Okay.
Yeah. Wawas have very underused stalls. People don't use the stalls much. They're not naturally dirty
That's true.
because the Wawa has a lot of constant service. Like I'll shit at a Wawa before I shit at I'll shit at Wawa as often as I would shit at a Cheesecake Factory.
Well, I mean, people expect Cheesecake Factory to be clean.
I expect Wawa to be clean. Them motherfuckers check that shit every 15 minutes, bro.
Okay.
The service guy come in at the beginning of my shit, and he'll be there again by the end of my shit.
That no bathrooms have cell service. He's tested every single one of them in the tri-state. So
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all part of the conspiracy testing. Yeah, I'm testing which bathrooms because I know if I go to McDonald's, I'm gonna lose some cell signal.
Just don't go to a Burger King one. Because they never clean theirs.
But Burger King be having a lot of out of order restrooms.
That's why I say they never clean them.
Fair. Is that what it is? They just put the out of order because they're too lazy to clean it?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Burger
They
King.
know what they're putting the
But Burger King
food.
has the best deals. Other than that.
I'm still not eating their nuggets. $1.89 for 10 nuggets? What's the actual meat for that?
now, facts. It used to be 99 cents for 10 nuggets.
That's a problem.
Stop. That's a promotion. $1.99 for 10 nuggets is better than $1.69 you're gonna pay at McDonald's for 4 nuggets. And the nuggets, surprisingly, so you know, the nuggets are the cheapest thing on the McDonald's menu, outside of drinks.
Oh, trust me, I know.
So
A fat nigga, I know. Come on now. Know your audience. Come on now. Like, you think I got this way by eating healthy? This is genetics and fast food.
yo,
Genetics and fast food, my guy. Like, come on now.
McDonald's, the cheapest thing on the menu, the cheapest food item on the menu is their nuggets.
Yeah.
And like their 4-piece is $1.69 or some shit.
Yeah, this small fry is like...
$2.19.
Yeah,
I know this.
It's ridiculous.
The small fries is $2.19. I know that exactly.
that's ridiculous.
The fact that I know it, or the fact that it's the price.
Not the fact that you know it, because you would have me run errands to get you a fucking 2 cheeseburgers and a 6
Crazy!
piece.
Don't you ever say that out loud again.
Before shooting.
I had you as a food maid.
Yes.
That's crazy.
On my way to like different locations for the podcast, you'd be like, "Oh, hey, can you stop by and do this?"
Oh, heck yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Let's get to one more. Jesus. Let's get into one more topic before we do this plug of the week.
Let's do
and
it.
I'm definitely gonna hit your shit. Not giving it to societal pressure.
Yeah.
I'll let you pick your pocket while I.
Yeah. All right. So I was literally thinking about this the other day too. Well, actually yesterday, when he asked me he asked me 3 different topics. I was like, shit, give me about an hour and I'll come back to him. So this one, the reason I chose this topic, sloppy bitch.
Nobody heard. Nobody noticed.
Sloppy Nelson's made he's made his appearance again.
Hey, I didn't spill anything. No, I'm gonna purposely edit the camera so they saw me pop that shit crazily.
Yeah, like the freaking cat picture face and everything. Again, this further proves my points earlier, but as I was saying,
I'm gonna edit that part out. I'm gonna edit that part out.
but yeah, not giving in to society norms. This kind of stems back to like when you were growing up. Jesus Christ,
It's a latte, I swear. I swear it's a latte. Straight from Starbucks.
yeah. But like, remember when you were like a kid and everything, you had such big dreams and aspirations, and then like the older you got, people kept telling you, "Oh yeah, that wasn't achievable."
You know, like being a police officer or firefighter.
Yeah, I never wanted to be any of those fuck ass things. But I mean, I get what you're saying. Yes.
I was about to say, when you were a kid, did you really think a police officer or firefighter was a fuck ass job?
No, I just didn't care for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're necessary, but the older we got, the more. Well, firefighters, everyone wants to be a.
The more we cared less about the necessary.
Yeah. Firefighters, like everyone, no one gives you shit for being a firefighter. A policeman, that could swing.
I mean, you showing up at hoses to put out a fire versus you
Yeah.
showing up with an armed weapon.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Two
That
different
part.
things.
You said showed up to a holy shit. I'm sorry, what? Stop, time out, backtrack, what? If you show up to anywhere where there isn't a fire and you got a hose, yeah, you might be a racist.
Yeah. A pool, a cookout,
If you show up to a cookout and there's no fire and you're a firefighter, you came there to spray niggas. That's what I got out of that.
Yeah.
You grew up in the Jim Crow era and you're here to spray niggas. That's what I got.
Nah, that's definitely facts. But like, it's just like when you're growing up, you have dreams and aspirations of, oh, your dream job will be this. Then the older you get, the more sensical and cynical you become, and then the more you start to think more like the world instead of like thinking as your individual self.
Correct.
So it's just like fuck, and then you'll get to a point where you're like, damn, I really hate this job. I could have been doing X, this or that if I just stuck to what I wanted to do as a kid and not listen to peer pressure from your parents or your cousins or everybody else in the fucking world saying you that's not achievable just because they couldn't fucking achieve the shit that they wanted to do in life. So it's just like, why would I have to succumb to your miserable shit just to fit into the world, That's where I'm at in my life right now, because I'm just like, all right, cool. I've done everything that they said that they wanted me to do. Still didn't make enough money. I'm not happy with the shit. And it's just like, I could have been doing this, that, and the third, et cetera. Could have made way more money. Could have been happier in life. Could have been where I wanted to be in life by this age. But yet, I had to listen to what teachers told me, what people told me, had to listen to what certain mentors told me, all this other shit. It's just like, why? What's the point?
I understand what you're saying. I think and that might be the difference for me in a sense, is
I would say coming from a creative standpoint, not just
from a creative standpoint, but I don't have any influence in a creative standpoint, like any personal. I don't have any personal influence on the creative standpoint.
What do you mean?
Like there's no creators in my family. Like I mean, the most I have is my dad, and I'm not his biological father because fuck that nigga. But my first stepfather, he's a DJ, but that's like a hobby of his.
Right.
So I mean, that is a playing factor. But for everything else, like my parents, like my mother and my stepfather, they're not creators. Yeah. My mother's a caterer, but like even she's iffy about. She's more of a dish sprucer as opposed to a dish creator.
Yeah.
She'll take a dish that she heard from somebody else and spruce it up. But I don't think I've ever had that creative like influence for me. My creative influence has always been outside. That's why my parents hate when I bring up Kanye West. It's like, who the fuck else am I supposed to look up to in this genre of content creation? Joe Rogan? No, he feeds off of everybody else. Joe Rogan is still one of the best podcasts out there. But still, Joe Rogan feeds off of his content is within the people that he brings in. So who do I have as an original creator as an influence in my circle? Yeah. But as far as my day-to-day living, the influence that my parents have played have been the most, like, following a lot of what my parents wanted me. I went into the military when I was at a young age. Even when I got out of the military, the job I went, the job I went into, or not the specific job, but the
field that you went into.
The field that I went into was something they've told me like my parents have to remind me the kind of place I have in the workforce.
Yeah.
To the point they're like, yo, you know you have that day off. And I'm like, how do you know that? I'm like, because we're the same thing.
Right.
Like
right.
we fall under the same
Umbrella.
of the
Yeah.
pay scale.
Yeah.
So I'm not, and for me to be my age compared to where my parents are, I'm very like I'm in a good path
Yeah.
to
yeah.
supersede them at their age.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, I do prefer to follow my parents' suggested path.
Yeah.
But then as far as being a creative and a content creator, it has, no, I understand that. It's like I don't have any influence in that aspect. So there's something my parents can say. My parents can't tell me the right way to podcast. Mom, Dad, if you watch this right now, I'm still gonna say fuck niggas is fuck niggas and bitches is bitches. But like, and they hate that shit.
Yeah.
But shout out to Limelight Vibes because we don't filter there.
But like,
Shameless
yeah.
plug. But in that sense though, I get that from my parents where my parents will tell me like, hey, we don't approve of that. We don't like when you do that. And it's like, okay, you can't control that. Don't watch my content.
Right.
That's always been a conversation. But as far as the regular workforce goes, I tell my parents sometimes like when I flip out on my coworkers, they be like, you can't act like that. And I'm like, I can't, but I can.
Right.
Because it's the space that I work in, our energy is different. I'm more hands-on, you're more desky. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think in that sense, in the workforce outside of the content creation, I have taken a lot of inputs from my parents and made that it has worked for me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I get what you're saying as far as like why would I want what has worked for you in this day and age to work for me?
Yeah.
But it depends where you're at.
Yeah.
Or what field you're in.
So like for me, like coming up, I've always been like a talented musician and everything like that. Like people, like as a little kid, my parents have been pushing me to be like this talented musician, like, you know, be yourself, do this, do that and everything. But then on the other hand, they're like, oh yeah, you still need like a solid.
A regular 9 to 5.
Yeah. But I'm like, okay, if you guys
Can't do both.
Yeah. So I'm like, if you guys have seen the opportunities I can actually go into, like I could have been a touring, world famous gigging musician. Not like that I can't still do that now, but
I could have a better podcast than Joe Budden if I didn't have a 9 to 5.
yeah, like it's 10 times harder now for like someone my age to get back into the music scene, back into the touring and gigging scene because like all these younger heads are like they're coming up, they're learning 10 times faster.
Oh, they're easy to supersede.
Yeah.
Because they don't have any commitment. They don't understand work ethic. They don't
Yeah.
understand doing shit for free.
Yeah, exactly.
W as my witness. Shit, John is my witness. Y'all understand this? Y'all understand putting that fucking work in for free? These younger guys, they don't understand that. They're like, yo, where's my first paycheck? It's like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
I was podcasting for 2 years before we started charging the Patreon. And the Patreon pace is like, we be asking for $1 subscriptions
Right.
a month.
Right. And it's just like, I'm like, okay, but you're telling me, you're saying, oh yeah, go out and do this, go ahead and get these opportunities, but you still want me to work a 9 to 5. But it's just like, are you supporting my dreams or are you like not supporting it?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, oh yeah, we want you to be happy, but we still want you to be sensible. But I'm like, me being sensible is me working on this talent that you guys have been pushing in front of me. Not like necessarily pushing in front of me, but like telling me, oh yeah, go ahead and do this. Go ahead, take this gig. Go ahead, do this. Go ahead, do that. But I'm just like,
I can agree with that to an extent, though. I understand that, like, yeah, you have to work your 9 to 5, but also it's an application of time. You're young. You're technically young.
Yeah.
You're unmarried. You don't have any kids.
Yeah.
Like, there's that lifestyle that you should be taking advantage of, and you don't have to spend that. Me as a firm believer, you don't have to spend that drinking. Yeah. That's why I usually drink when I'm on the clock. So then tax write off. But neither here nor there. Edit. But there has to be a multi-variable view in that aspect. And it's just like, you know, I'm working, but I'm both enjoying myself at a young age. Podcasting is fun to me. You know that. You've been here this is episode 73.
yeah.
This is episode 73. I've been drinking every fucking podcast episode since the beginning.
Yeah.
But this is still fun. This is work. This puts money in the pocket. Like, this is good. It's a slower pace than I want, but I have a 9 to 5 to back that up. And I hope that at some point they reverse roles. The podcast, the network becomes the primary cause. And the full-time job becomes the part-time. I apply myself when I want to. But
see, the thing for me is like every job that I've had over like these 10, 12 years that I've been like in the workforce or whatever, all of my managers have been shit. Like the jobs have been like, the jobs have been okay, but like it's the managerial positions that just make me like I hate it. And like a 9 to 5 doesn't sit right with me because I'm just like
That's crazy, bro. And all
I
of my
know.
time, I don't think I've ever had a bad person in charge that I couldn't openly ignore.
yeah. See, if my mouth doesn't say, my face says it for me.
And I have that too. I've always had that. Like when people say stupid shit, I show that on my face. But I've never had a job where like, if the assistant manager is an asshole, the manager listens. If the manager's an asshole, I can still get everything I need to get done through the assistant manager.
Yeah, nah. I've had both the manager and the assistant manager be either assholes or racist or both in the same.
Yo, we still live in a day and age where managers are racist.
Yeah.
I don't know that struggle anymore.
Yeah, nah.
It's been a long time since I felt like my chain of command in a workforce place, and I've had many like the job that me fixing airplanes right now has been a job that I've worked for 12 years, but I've had many of like side hustles and part-time jobs, and shit like that in the aspects, but I've never felt like any of those is like, oh man, here comes this racist asshole walking down the street.
Yeah, no, because the owner of a dealership that I used to work at in Manassas, the owner, allegedly. I'm only saying allegedly to cover my own ass, right? But the people who've worked there, we've all seen some racist shit go down by the owner and then the higher ups and then the hiring managers and then the dumbass shift manager who will put his son first before anything else. Fuck
That's
that.
crazy. All right, you're taking shots.
I didn't name any names.
You're right, and thank God for not ladying this up. Also, shout out to all my female podcast guests outside of Afia never named drops because she's smart. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
no, Zion never named drops. But both of those are hosts for different things.
She did name drop the second time.
Shout out Zion.
But yeah, nah. A 9 to 5 just, I don't know why, it just doesn't sit well with me because every time I'm there, I'm like, I could be doing something completely different. Like, I really could be.
But I get
furthering
most of my video
craft.
editing done at my 9 to 5.
That's true.
Edit.
That's what I did.
Edit.
Like, that's what I did in my last job before they. Anyways, fuck them.
All right.
Yeah. Don't give in to societal peer pressure. Stand 10 toes down on what you believe in, especially if you're young and you don't have any bills to pay. Work hard for that shit.
I will piggyback off of what he's saying. Not second what he's saying. I will piggyback off of him. He's right. Do not build your life around societal pressure, but take necessary advice from what the people, whether you know them or not, around you are saying. I'll put it like that.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Take societal pressure with a grain of salt. That would be the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Because it can work for you, it can work against you. You have to know how to navigate that. But my advice would be take societal pressure with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Can we run into this plug in the week so I can go? I gotta fucking piss. I feel
Let's
like
do
Deuce
that.
from Blue Watch right now. Started sweating shit. The only reason my legs are crossed like this entire time is because they fell asleep. Because thank God, because I'm holding my bladder back.
It's all that coffee.
It's all that coffee. And for our episode 73 plug of the week. I don't know which part of volume 3 we're in, but we're definitely in plug of the week volume 3.
Oh shit.
You can always catch it on fucking SoundCloud. Just go to soundcloud.com/YCC Entertainment. But we were definitely in the volume 3 of the SoundCloud playlist plug of the week. And for our SoundCloud playlist plug of the week this week, it is Brian. He was episode 67. Guess something like that around that time. He'll be here tonight for Limelight Vibes. But shout out to Brian for this dope ass song. We've used them for Human in the past, and I'm only moving like this side to side because I'm really holding my fucking bladder together right now.
It's like a fucking toddler.
Right, it's fucking crazy. I'm gonna just run out barefoot. For our episode 73 plug of the week, it's California by Brian. It's a dope ass song. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the video will be featured in there. Subscribe to the fucking YouTube, like I told you in the first 5 minutes of the episode. And you'll be able to watch it there. And when I get back, we'll say our goodbyes to her, or Sarah do 2 kicks to the hugs because it's been a while since we did that. And say goodbye to you free niggas, and then get these Patreons to fucking 13 Reasons Why. So here is California by Brian.
Let's get it.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. Hey, you remember that time we was out there in California? Man, that joint was wild, bro. Yeah, the bridge. Exactly. Man, good time.
California was beautiful. I'm on the way to LA. It had a lot of things. I couldn't stay away. Tell my friends in California I said hello, hey. Santa Monica had a bridge. Me and my friends twerked on it. Those are some of the things that I won't forget. Tell my friends in California I said hello, hey. San Diego had a club. I fell asleep in it. It was the jet lag. I wasn't beating it. Tell my friends in California I said hello, hey. Tell my friends in California I said hello, hey. California, 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 California. If I ever come back again, it'll be with a couple of friends. Top back hair blowing the wind. But until then, tell my friends in California I said hello, hey. Tell my friends in California I said hello, hey.
Go uncle, 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 hey, hey.
And we're back. So Nelson is still taking a piss. He just told me to do me, so this is just me doing me. Another topic that that he asked me to send out to him was giving people grace. Now, I say this in like the most generic way possible. Everyone deserves grace, right? And when I say everyone, I mean, yes, everyone. Do they deserve to be redeemed or whatever like that? That's up to you. But to me, I feel like if someone can go through the rehabilitation process of, admitting that they're wrong and then admitting their faults and everything like that, I feel like they deserve to be, they deserve to have grace. So the reason why I said that was because the AMAs happened last weekend on Sunday, I believe, and they canceled. They totally cut Chris Brown's. Well, it was a Michael Jackson tribute, but excuse me, but Chris Brown was going to do it, right? And so Chris Brown was like, "Oh, hey, the AMAs cut me from the tribute, blah 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 blah. All this other shit. It's all online. Go ahead and look it up." And then Kelly Rowland, which we love, we stand Kelly Rowland over here. She stood up for Chris, saying something. Chris has put in the work. Chris has done this. He's done that. Like, he deserves the grace that everybody else. He deserves the grace that people should be giving him because he's put in the work. He's been to rehab. He's done all this other shit. And I was like, yeah, no, I definitely second that because people deserve to get a second chance. Certain shit you can't come back from, but small shit, yeah, you can definitely you deserve a second chance. A third and fourth chance, I don't really know, but who am I to judge, bro? We all fuck up.
The fuck is this nigga talking about?
I don't know. You said do me. I was talking about Grace. The second, one of the other topics you just told me to give you. You said if you don't come back in time, just do me, and that's exactly what I did. So yeah, Grace, motherfuckers.
All right. Did you give your shout outs to Brian?
Huh?
Did you give your shout outs to Brian after his song played?
No, because it was.
God damn it. Shout out to Brian for episode 73. Plug the weird.
It was literally just like an abrupt situation because I was in the middle of having a conversation with John.
Fair enough. Tune in to Brian's episode if you haven't seen it. I can't remember what episode it is. I'll link it in the description. But tune into the episode because Brian has one of the dopest fucking freestyles. I showed you that, right?
Yeah. Shit was fucking fire.
Yeah.
Man.
Brian, his freestyling ability is fucking through the roof.
It is.
So make sure you tune into that. Remind me to show you that after. But yeah, shout out Brian. This song in California. Dope ass fucking song. I'm gonna do my 2 kicks and a hug. And say body free niggas. Y'all got enough content out of me today? Oh, hell yeah. Y'all got way more than content than I want to give y'all. Because the Patreons deserve this fucking 13 reasons why. So if you want to be a part of that discussion on why one of my exes gave me a list of 13 reasons why I was not the nigga for her, we're gonna break that apart and laugh at it. But
that's an ex?
Shout out to my fucking well, not okay. Yeah, you're right. That's not an ex. That was a woman I was just giving time of day to. We never dated officially. So with that being said,
I miss her. That was a good friend.
2 kicks and a hug. We say body free niggas. 2 kicks and a hug. Shout out to the women that had long backs in 2021 and got big old booties in 2022. Brazil. I mean, dumb niggas love y'all. Shout out to the men who get face tattoos before they're famous. Dumb bitches love you. Shout out to the black people spreading, not their semen, but their influence across the world to get both inspiration and a platform to others. We love you. With all that being said, know yourself. And this isn't a self-reflection moment for either of us, but this is more of a message to the people. Know yourself, because we know you. We know what time you say hello to your parents after your school day. We know how many neighbors you say hi to on your walk home, because we know what bus stop you get on and what bus stop you get off at. And I'm your bus driver, and I'm here to tell you, free niggas, this is your stop. Get off my fucking bus. Peace, free niggas.
I'll send them